Good morning, Yankee Nation, Yankee Mania fans. How's everybody doing? Joe Mania here. Glad to be with you at 8 a.m. Eastern Time here in New York City. And shout out to wherever you are. I want to thank you already to be in the chat and chatting it up. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for the great podcast that we had last night. We were it was special. We had NFE on. I thank him so much. Also, all the new people that came onto the stream. A few of you also subscribed. Thank you for that. That was really really cool, and it was just so nice to see all of you. Real Bill, CT Cards, Ken, you name it, you guys were on it. I want to give a little shout out to a few people also last night. I want to thank Jason from 161 River Avenue with all the trouble that he had with the car yesterday. He actually called us. He was being towed because he had a very bad flat, and he was nice enough to stay in touch with us and come on for a few minutes. What dedication, what better people can I be associated with? You guys are fantastic, and the fans and everybody in the chat, I definitely can't say enough about you. Also, I want to give a big shout out to the NR Media Group. Thank you so much for your kind words. I know it was the first time that you watched and listened to the podcast. The kind words that you gave me was incredible and meant so much to me. And I'm really looking forward to doing some great things with your company and with the podcast. So I wanted to give a big shout out that way. Before we do anything else, everyone, let's be in the fact that it's in the morning and you might have missed what happened yesterday. I want to give the all the scores. We'll do a quick roundup on yesterday's scores, and here we go. The Twins beat the Orioles 5-2. They did a number on the Orioles. The Red Sox beat the Rangers 5-0. Kansas City Royals mold the Chicago White Sox 10-0. Colorado Rockies, the Detroit Tigers did a number on the Rockies 10-2. And in game two, the Tigers beat the Rockies 11-1. The Phillies came from behind and a thriller 7-6 on Tampa Bay, final in 10. Atlanta Braves too, another thriller. They won 5-4, final in 11. The Toronto Blue Jays came back on the LA Angels of Anaheim 8-5. Get this. The Diamondbacks beat the Dodgers. So the Dodgers can be beat by another team and not playing the Marlins. I just ribbed them a little bit. So they ribbed the Yankees during the offseason. So I feel it's only nice to reciprocate. Waiting in the wings, everyone, is the great, the fountain of information, of good information, Jonathan. And we're going to bring Jonathan in right now. I appreciate you coming on, Jonathan. Thank you for all your good work. Being on the late podcast last night. We can't thank you enough. Take it away. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm just here in the morning, looking out for any more news on baseball, of course. But you pretty much streamed it up. I mean,
I believe the Cincinnati Reds had a casualty yesterday too. Hunter Green, I think, went on the IL. What else is new, everyone? Another pitcher going down and out. It's really disgusting.
I think Hunter Green had been a very unfortunate. From when he was drafted, he was supposed to be the next big pitcher, and it says here it's had a growing injury, and he was doing quite well. He was pitching up until his injury, he was having a 2.36 ERA with 61 strikeouts. So,
unbelievable. I mean, it doesn't just happen to starters 3 and 4. Obviously, it happens to the number one starter. It's happening to relief pitchers. It's just really, really been incredible. CT Cards says, "Yay, the Dodgers lost." Well, I can't feel sorry for them. Listen, if we have any Dodger fans that look at the podcast, you're more than welcome. We can discuss it. But you know what? We're only reciprocating for the way that you went through the team went through the media in the offseason, kind of poking a lot of fun at the Yankees. Remember what payback is. I just got to say that. You know what payback is. I don't have to spell it out, but one day you will get paid back for the comments. And the funniest thing, it wasn't even the players that mean anything. They were lumpy relief pitcher who's been around for the last 100,000 years, who said something while he was driving in a car. And yet, that's a big man for you.
When a team wins, they shouldn't be all. They should accept the win, and they shouldn't be too macho about it. Just accept the win. Say, yes, we had a good game. We won. Don't go blasting the other team because they lost. Have good sportsmanship on and off the field.
Yeah, and also when they came out with that, we were just waiting for that one inning. Thanks.
That's bullshit.
We're all waiting to win the mega or the Powerball, but sometimes not a lot of people can win. It's a handful. So, but that's okay. We will remember. We don't forget. Yankee fans, remember, we are the fans. We are the number one fans. LA could say what they want, and anybody else, but I will put up New York Yankee fans against anybody, and that comes from the heart. Also, a quick note, everyone. Our regular pregame show will not be on, but there's a good reason tonight. We are going to do the live play-by-play. So instead of doing 6:15 or right before the game at 9:15, we're going to come on at 9:55. Talk a little bit about the game, and then around 10:05, 10:07 is the first pitch. And I'm going to be doing it with Ken from The Ugly Truth. I really appreciate he's gonna come on, and so everybody give a shout out and have your questions ready, everyone. Just because the game is on, that does not mean we're not going to answer questions. You are the most important thing that's out there. So and of course we always have hopefully someone like Jonathan who watches everything, and he is really, really appreciated by me and by New York Yankee Mania. And Jonathan, we can't thank you enough for your good job, not only here, but everywhere. And everybody appreciates you. And it's a big, big thank you. I can't stress that enough.
Thank you. There was a long time before I even watched YouTube where I always used to talk about the Yankees, even in high school, and there would be people like be annoyed by it, even though I went to high school in New York, because I'm always talking about the Yankees. I mean, I love the Yankees, but
yes,
we all do. Some people just don't want to hear it all the time. So coming on,
nothing wrong with being a proud Yankee fan. I'm going to bring this up from Ken. The Dodgers are the world champions. They outplayed us, and they had their moment of glory. Yes, they did. They did. But there's professionalism and being jerks. Two different things, Ken. There's no reason for that. Yeah. And then they wonder why people get thrown at. I'm not saying the Yankees are going to retaliate like that, because they never do. They have a lot of class. They never would. And the managers, one thing you got to say about Yankee managers, they have a lot of class. They may not be the greatest of managers, but they do have a lot of class. And that shows. Even when Aaron Boone was asked on social media everywhere, he would never, he said, okay, they said it. Well, maybe we deserved it. That's where it ends. But, so let's go, let's do that and go from there. So, Stephen B, how you doing? Good morning. How's it? How you doing? Hope all is well. I hope you got to listen to us last night. I hope you enjoyed it. And it was great to come to your fans while there was no game, and it was relaxing. It was a nice time, and I appreciate. I know it was a little bit late, but you guys are troopers, and now you're up for coffee, bagels, pancakes, and Yankee talk with myself and with the main man, Jonathan. Jonathan, I get a sneaky feeling today that you're going to be working on something. I don't know why I feel this, but I have a feeling there's going to be some news with the Yankees today. I don't know what it is. I'm speculating. Maybe it could be DJ LeMahieu will be added. We don't know. It's a little early to say, but I have a feeling that we're going to be breaking some type of news today.
I'm not sure about today, but I think possibly this weekend something will happen. But I always keep my eye out, and tonight is a late night, so even if there is news, you probably will hear it starting after 9 o'clock on the pregame.
Awesome. Well, we will come on at 9:55, but if there is breaking Yankee news, we will do a short immediately, and we'll definitely get that done. So that's going to be that's to watch out for. Remember, we got a long day ahead, and the Yankees will, I'm sure, do something. They might do a roster move. They may not. It may not be today. It may be tomorrow. They may want to see DJ LeMahieu play one more game. The weather is supposed to get a little bit better in New York. I mean, we still have heavy rain coming, but it's supposed to end about 1 p.m. this afternoon. So I would think that the Pennsylvania team will get their game in tonight. It was a shame that we couldn't see the game last night with the big rain delay, and they waited a while. And then everybody came to the stream, and we talked about our best subject, which is the New York Yankees.
Fortunately, the rain won't affect the Yankee game because they're in Oakland.
Yeah, the Yankees absolutely no problem at all. A couple of people asked me yesterday, do you think? And this is kind of not directed to the Yankees, but I promised them that we would answer that. Do you think that Juan Soto is ready to take off?
Juan Soto, of course, Juan Soto is ready to take off. You cannot underestimate a guy like Juan Soto. He's basically, think of this as his adjustment period. He adjusted to a new team. He got a major contract, and even guys, a lot of times, as we've seen in the past, guys who get a lot of money in a new team have, I guess you could say, growing pains, adjustment periods. So I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of May he's doing much better than what he's doing now.
Okay. Good morning, John the Beagle Dad. And he says, who cares? Well, I agree with you, but I do like to answer as many questions as I can. And I figured I'd do it live so everybody could hear it. And it's not just on a private basis. We try to do everything together here. That's the only reason why, I brought that up. Now, on a Yankee note, and not only for Jonathan, but for you in the chat, who do you think is going to have a big road trip? Who is going to be the guy that we're going to say, wow? What do you think that is going to happen on this road trip?
I think Aaron Judge is going to break out of his home run slump.
Wow. Okay. I never knew he was in a slump. No. Okay. So
he's not in a slump. He's hitting great. He's just not He's not hitting home runs. And I think on this, this road trip, he's going to hit a bunch of home runs.
CT Cards is saying Bellinger. Yes, I agree with you. I think Bellinger is just about ready to start taking off.
Yeah.
I do believe that he's going to start taking charge. And remember, every day that passes, we're getting closer to getting healthier and healthier and healthier. You got, just dream about it, guys. Put Giancarlo Stanton in the lineup. Get Johnny Lasagna back in that bullpen, as we like to call him, Loizaga. Yeah, Luis Hill down the line. The team, what's going to happen on the trade deadline? I mean, obviously, I hope there is some movement because we will be covering it. But these are major names that will be coming back. And, if you get a Luis Hill, I mean, hopefully it's before July 31st. But if you get him around there, you just made a trade for for the American League Rookie of the Year of last year. You can't do much better than that. You cannot. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing that a lot of people might not think about is that when you get a player like Luis Hill back from injury, it's just like making a trade. So the Yankee roster right now is not 100%. We're missing three. We missed three starters. We're missing one for the year, and Luis Hill is coming back. Yeah. So, look, maybe Will Warren can improve, and if he can improve, get his ERA down below 4, then we have a solid rotation with Luis Hill.
Well, we all know that that there's no question. This 26-man roster is not 100% accurate. Not really, no team, maybe the Dodgers, I guess, quote unquote, but they have a lot of problems there. I don't want their problems. I mean, we have enough. We've lost 2, really great starting pitching on number 1. And of course, we can't say enough about what Max Fried has done during this session. Now, CT Cards says, Beagle, I'm right there with you, but what do we do when Stanton comes back? Where does Rice go? Very, very interesting talk, guys.
I think Rice will get some time at first base and catcher, but he will have a place. His spot will be more of a rotating spot. You will give Bellinger a day off. You will give maybe a catch Austin Wells a day off, and he will catch. I mean, there are things to do.
Yeah, no, there are things to do, Jonathan. The problem is right now, as it is, Austin Wells isn't throwing well and all, but you go down with Rice. Just remember, he has looks like he has a weaker arm than what they experienced with Trevino last year. So that's another problem. But it's going to be very, very interesting. If Paul G keeps hitting the way he does, there is no way you could take him out of the lineup. Maybe you give him a rest once a week, but it's going to be very, very interesting what the plans are for Ben Rice.
I think, as I said, I think it will be he will be basically the floater, a rotating position player.
Good morning, Jason Castiglio. How you doing? Thanks for joining us. We are talking about right now Ben Rice. What happens when Giancarlo Stanton comes? What do you do? It's a great problem to have. I wouldn't want to be Aaron Boone at that point. I guess I never want to be Aaron Boone because of the fact of Yankee managing probably the greatest franchise. It's probably the greatest job you can possibly have, but the most headache. I think even worse than a president. The way the Yankees are and built, it's kind of crazy. So yes.
To CT Card's point, I think they will use Wright as a catcher if they want him in the lineup and Wells needs a day off. That's the only way I see him as a catcher. But I'm saying that's also a possibility.
To everybody that just joined us on the chat and listening in their car going to work, and I know you're out there because you always let me know. Uh, Again tonight, we will be doing the play-by-play of the game. We're coming on at 9:55, folks. So come and join us. We got the rah-rah from NFE last night because of the fact that he's not doing the games all weekend. So we're actually being a pinch hitter. We're going to be there. And so for everyone that was waiting for that stream, he encouraged everybody, please come. And I'm going to be doing it with Ken, the Ugly Truth. So we're going to go back and forth. And I'm really hoping that we have a great game. We take the lead right away. And remember, we're playing in a minor league ballpark. We're not playing in a Yankee Stadium type atmosphere. So who knows where some of these balls are going to end up. Will Warren, how do you feel? What do you feel? What do you like of him? What do you think he needs to improve on? Your thoughts?
I think he just needs to have better control. If he finds the control in his pitches, he has an opportunity to be a very good pitcher.
Mm-hmm.
That's his biggest problem. If he just needs to not be so wild at the plate. But when for example, the game that he had more control, he had a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, he only did that once.
Yeah, no question about it. The problem with Warren is, like I said, he gets too much of the plate if he doesn't get a call, and it seems like in his self he gets upset, and then he grooves it. And now you can't do that with some of the ace hitters, especially their first baseman, who's a very, very good hitter in that lineup, and he could change the course of the game.
Also, he's a rookie. He needs to learn from his experiences. So after a few games, or hopefully he can figure out this year, he can fix whatever problem with his mechanics, and maybe he'll turn out to be a solid number 3 starter.
Yeah, no question. I mean, obviously with Rendon, who's been a solid number 2, Max Fried, we can't say enough of. An encouraging start from Clark Smith, which hopefully was a good defining moment for him. And he's not going to have that type of lineup again for a while, unless he's going to go up against somebody like the Mets coming up. But it's got to be a little bit easier. That Padre lineup is sick with the three monsters. They are just really, really a good team. They really are. And I think the Dodgers are going to have a run for their money all year long. I don't think it's a 25-35 game thing. I think all year the Padres are going to stay with them, especially if the Dodgers have a lot of pitching problems.
I guess this is one thing I can say that's a bit encouraging for Will Warren. Last year, he had 5 games. He was in 6 games with 22 innings, 22 and 2/3 innings, and the average against him was 340. This year so far, he's been 7 games, 28 and 2/3 innings, and average against him is 257. So he's slowly improving in the ways that you cannot see unless you look it up.
Correct. No, I agree with you 100%. Let's see what's here. Clark did better than I thought he would, for sure, from CT Cards.
Yeah.
Landy proved my negative vibes wrong. Yeah, you're 100%. I mean, it didn't work out. It didn't look good in the beginning, but he really hung in there. And again, kudos to the team, because they came back. They stood neck and neck with them, And then when Bellinger hit that bomb to right center, that was awesome. That showed the team that they were, they were comeback kids on that game.
Look, there's another thing to think about in terms of Clark Schmidt. The first full season he was a starter was 2023. He had 32 starts with a 4.64 average ERA. The last year, before he got injured, he had 16 starts with a 2.85 average. So this is what you can. I would say this is a possibility what you can expect from Will Warren. Have a growing pains year like this year, and next year expect a lot better.
I'm going to put out Jonathan. I'd like for you to answer while this chat will put it in their brain about this. What was the perfect lineup right now? You guys in the chat would like to see, and who'd be batting what? What would you do? Would you keep certain players at the same number? Do you want them to come down? Do you want them to go up? And who's your ideal leadoff hitter? And just leave them there. Jonathan, I'm going to go with you first.
Well, are we counting just who's on the team now, or
yes? Yeah, no, just on the team now. What would you do?
Well, I would probably. I would keep Grisham on top.
Okay.
Let's see. Right, you want a lefty, so I would put Grisham, Rice, Judge, number 4. I might put Austin Wells number 4, or Austin Wells, Dominguez, Bellinger, Cabrera, and Vivas.
Wow, you're putting Bellinger low. Don't you think that he's ready to break out?
Yes, but I think the bottom of the lineup is a big problem, and putting Bellinger lower in the lineup can add uncertainty to the lineup.
Well, look at the stats, though, and I agree with you. I think Anthony Volpe should be down there. But, he had his great games. What?
I didn't say Volpe in my lineup today.
That's okay, but Anthony Volpe batting 8th or 9th is I think the best scenario right now.
Yes,
Let him get hot. They put the pressure on him batting 5th, right behind the heavy hitters. Why are they doing that? Let him ease. They put somebody like Vivas batting 9th, which I understand. But you got to bring down. He needs a little protection too.
Well, if you look at Volpe from last year, also and this year, he seemed to be more comfortable either at the 6 or 7 spot in the line. Mm-hmm. And when they moved him to lead off, that's when he fell apart. So, right. If something is working for that player, leave him where it is. No matter how well he's doing, because it's not just. Well, he's also very young. He has not enough experience, and maybe towards the end of the year after, if Volpe is batting number 7, batting 290 with speed and hopefully stealing some bases, then you think about batting him a little higher in the order. But at least get him where he feels the most comfortable.
What I would like to see for at least a week, one cleanup hitter. If you're going to go with Paul G, go with Paul G. If you're going to go with Bellinger, go with Bellinger. If you're going to go with somebody else, go with somebody else. But every day it's a different ball game, and why not leave Paul G in there? He goes the opposite way. He'll put the ball in the stands. He'll give himself up. He'll move the runners over. He gets the run in. Why all the darn changes? Just like the last game that they played. Okay, so the day before, Austin Wells, whatever, hit the grand slam or whatever. right away you got to you bring them up, you move them in the lineup. Why change the lineup? I mean, I can understand you didn't have transition plans.
I don't know. I don't know what goes in.
Well,
This
you
is
know
one
what it is. It's telling us right in our faces. It's analytics.
Well, this is the one thing I don't like about analytics. They should just have one. They should have one or two lineups. Maybe one lineup for a righty and one lineup for a lefty, and just leave it there.
Yeah.
And if you need to make some changes, do an occasional change, not a daily change.
Right. And CT Cards goes, Boone will never do that. He has no self-control. Analytics. For better or for worse, it is what it is.
I'll tell you something that maybe you might not know. Do you know why the Yankees? In 1929, the Yankees were the first team to put numbers on their back. And do you know how they chose the numbers to the players?
Honestly, no. And
They did it through They did it because of the batting order. That's why Ruth and Gehrig.
Oh, the batting order, correct. Okay.
So if you that's what they did. If you go back all throughout history, they always had the majority of teams always had the same batting order throughout the season, give or take a few changes during the year when guys needed rest. But that's what the Yankees need to do. The Yankees need to figure out, and this is what they had to do in March. They need to figure out a solid lineup and just stick with it.
Yeah, and so CT Cards also a good point. I miss the days when we had real managers with more control over the decision making, and I hate the fact that they kill our intelligence by telling us, "Oh, Aaron Boone is making all the decisions." You know darn well, folks, he's not. He gets a ton of what do you think he gets there so early? He gets a ton of paperwork. And it's every pitcher against every Yankee hitter. I mean, it's just insane. What are you paying a manager for? He's just a dummy, a dummy that just sits there and goes, okay. Because if he makes the move and it's not the move that analytics told him to do, you will never hear the end of it. You never hear the end of it. But yet, the Yankees are afraid to let Boone go because he knows he's going to be scooped up by any team that needs a manager at that point. Well, you don't think the Pirates would want a guy like Aaron Boone at this point? I'm sorry, guys.
Well, that's the problem. You need to let the you need to let the guy do what he's paid to do. You cannot have a computer making all the decisions for you. Part of the games for 150 years, this baseball has not been played with a computer, and it should stay with like that.
I agree. And one thing that you and I definitely agree upon, it's going to be nice to hear a Yankee game and not hear every noise and creation for every pitch.
Yeah.
I really wish that they changed that. I can't stress that enough. It's very, very to me, it's embarrassing.
Did you write an email to them?
I sure did. I actually did. I sent it to the buddy Jack Curry. We want an explanation. Why is it every minute, every pitch? We can't have a little bit. Let's when you have a David Cohn, we want to hear David Cohn. They're talking. The thing is so loud. It talks over them. Why even have announcers? Might as well just
even at the stadium, you want to hear the noises of the fans. You don't want to hear artificial noises coming from the speaker.
Right. And like you had mentioned in another cast the other day, you were sitting right on top of one.
Yeah.
If you paid good money for your seat, you don't want to be annoyed every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, they have it for everything. The 2 strikes, okay, I can understand that. But really, a sound for every little thing. That's not enjoying a ball game. I don't know who came
No.
up with that, but they should really rethink that. It is not fair to the fans.
But that's been happening ever, even at the old Yankee Stadium. I think it happened.
Yeah, but
It's
John,
it's not as good
yeah,
as this Yankee Stadium because the speakers are much better.
yeah, but not even that. It wasn't for every pitch. I mean, it's a problem. And but you know what? On the flip side, it's better for us because they get disgusted, and what do? They watch TV and they put on the podcast. Oh, they're doing the game great. Let's talk. I'll talk about it and I'll enjoy the Yankees there. But it's just horrible. It really is. It's I guess you could say too, like in Madison Square Garden for the Knicks games. The minute that the other team has the ball, da 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 da. I mean, can we just have a game where let the athletes play, and when they do something good, they do something. But you got it. The guy has the ball, and they're going defense, defense. Let the fans do that. You don't have to with the organ. It's distracting.
Yes.
And I just don't see the logic to it. Somebody give me logic to this.
Well, I don't. Even this shirt right here, I got at the Knicks game when I went the last time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't go to. I go to a game. Maybe I think this was the first Knicks game I went to in a couple of years.
Okay.
So I don't go. I don't go to basketball games very often. Not only that, they're much more expensive than baseball games.
Oh, especially Madison's. Well, look at a Celebrity Row. I mean, at one point it was 1,500.
Celebrity Row for I looked for tickets for a Knicks game. So in the court side, they were selling tickets for $10,000 a pop.
That's insane. That's
It
insane.
was going for 9 to 10,000, 9,000, 10,000, but those were court side. Up a little bit was.
If you want to be a Spike Lee and jump up and down all the time and this and that, it's one thing. But I mean, the other day? Remember, someone got sick and threw their guts out in the first row at the Garden. It's. Listen, I mean, to each his own.
I think the cheapest ticket I found for a game in Madison Square Garden for the playoff was $930, and that's a ticket where you can barely see anything.
Now, the one thing that I do give kudos to is hockey, because you don't hear all that. Yes, at the stop of the play, an icing, a goal, that I understand. But when they're going back and forth, you're not hearing. For what?
Hockey is a very enjoyable sport to watch, and it's
the best.
But you cannot compare the other three sports to hockey, because hockey is probably the fastest sport without a car or a horse.
It's the most fun in the playoffs.
Yeah,
there is nothing like
playoff hockey is. Yeah, I agree. Playoff hockey is probably one of the most exciting games you can watch.
Our number one comedian in the chat, Real Bill. Good morning, big guy. How about we should get them to slow it down and play some love songs during the game? Johnny Mathis, Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley. Well, you know what?
They have Frank Sinatra
nothing but a hound dog. Do it my way, and chances are it'll work. Hey, how do you like that one?
But they already do Frank Sinatra at the end of the game. So
yes.
Frank Sinatra wouldn't be played during the game. Maybe you have some Elvis at the seventh inning stretch.
Now we're talking CT disco. That I will survive. That I like. MacArthur's Park is coming. That you want to hear.
Maybe some.
Remember,
well, you're going with the Michael Jackson and Madonna phase.
I'm going to Dan Hartman, the Village People, YMCA.
Well, they already do that.
I don't want to quit my morning job, guys. But yeah, disco baseball. I like that. That's awesome. Disco was. I mean, it was the fad, especially in New York City in 1978 and 79. You couldn't beat it. The beat of New York, WKTU, that came out with all the best disc jockeys. I mean, let's face it, everyone. I mean, every city is beautiful, but there are a lot of unique things, a lot of nice things, especially media in New York, and it's bright lights. It's nice when it's going good, but it gets very, very testy when they're not going well. So, but hey, listen, we touched on a lot of topics. We are getting to 45 minutes into the stream. I know, Jonathan, you had mentioned that. Are you okay? Or do you want to give your final thoughts?
I probably should give my final thoughts. I still have to get ready to go. And
go ahead. Floor's yours.
This Will Warren, I would say my final thoughts. I'm hoping Will Warren can find his pitches. He has been improving. I will not knock Will Warren, but as I said, if he can continue to pitch, look, if I think of an ideal Will Warren start, 5 to 6 innings, 2 runs. If he can do that on a consistent basis, go 5 to 6 innings, maybe give up 2 or 3 runs, then that could be a solid number 3 starter. Yes, next.
We have one more from our resident comedian. I want Joe and Jonathan to call a banana ball game.
A banana
ball
my
game. God. You really want me to show my true colors, huh? Don't get me started. I'll have you guys laughing from start to finish. So but no, I think we're going to stick to with Ken the Ugly Truth.
I think Ken and NFE will are doing that perfectly well. I don't want to intrude on what they already have done.
Yeah, exactly. And I enjoy doing the play-by-play. I get a little emotional. I get crazy with home runs, which is cool.
Plus, when I'm watching a game, even on television, I want to pay attention more to the game than the computer. That's one reason why I'm not usually in the chat during the game. I might be there. I might have some comments during the game on NFE and can chat, but I'm not there for more than 10 minutes because I'm watching the game.
Yeah, really.
They have you pay for all these streaming services. The least you can do is watch it in front of your own television.
Yes, well, you can watch it and you can have fun with your friends and family on chat. So that's pretty cool.
Yes.
But Jonathan, I know you. I know you gotta go. No, I know you gotta go.
Thank you. I'll talk to you
all the time. We will see you sometime, I guess, this weekend.
Yeah.
I guess you leave us with "Let's Go Yankees."
Let's go.
We're going to keep the chat on a little while longer, guys. So we'll just say goodbye to Jonathan.
Goodbye.
Jonathan, any breaking news? Please let us know, and you will definitely.
I'll keep my eye out.
Thank you. You have a wonderful day and a safe Friday.
Bye.
Take care. All right, guys. So what do we got here? We got thanks to Jonathan. I love your spirit. Let's see. Well, guys, how about giving a little prediction for tonight's game? Because our pregame is going to go right into the stream tonight. So if you guys want to throw in there what you think about Warren, who do you think is going to be the star of the game for the Yankees? Obviously, if they win the game, Let me know. Let me know what you think, guys. I would really like to hear it. Also, please press the like button. I really would appreciate that. The notifications. If there's any Yankee news during the day, you will get it on the spot. As long as we can confer with it and it's 100% true, you will get it. Any roster moves, anything concerning the Yankees. If there's something big that went on in MLB, you'll know about it. So definitely look for that. Look for us to come back at 9:55, folks. We'll go over the lineups. We'll give you a scoreboard update before the Yankees step on against the A's. A few more comments we'll put up there. Okay, so Real Bill says thanks, Jonathan. Okay, CT card's going to be a long night for BP. Yes. So have your questions and all. Sean Browning, good morning. Thanks for joining. So what do we have? We have CT says Warren, 4 innings, 3 runs. Sean Browning says 4 hits, 5 strong innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, 6 Ks, 2 walks. Okay, so that's fine for the pitching, guys. What about the hitting star? And what do you think? Give us a score. Give us that. While we're waiting. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming on the stream and last night and new subscribers. Thank you to all. I want to give a shout out to Desiree. Desiree, thank you for coming on and your sweet and great comments. I really appreciate that. That was very, very nice. Let's see. CT says Yanks 6-4. Stephen B. Warren 5 innings, 8 Ks, 3 rundowns, 2 walks. Okay, Sean. Let's see what we have. Judgment Day strikes Sacramento in his backyard, 2 home runs. Wow. Stephen B. hitting star, Judge, and okay, and the end. Well, I'm going to finish that with you. I think it's going to be Bellinger. I think Bellinger is going to be big. 8 Ks. I hope that CT is saying to Stephen B. Real Bill, great show, Joe. I'm looking forward to tonight. I'll get a nap before the game, so I'll be sharp. Great. And if we need help, Real Bill, we're going to put you on. How's that? CT says, Bill, you're sharp. Now that's a tough one. I'm so glad that we have everything straightened out with Real Bill. He was cut off there for a couple of minutes, but he's a trooper. He took his wife's phone, let us know that he was still on, catering to us, and that's great. So, well, that we'll never forget. Remember, folks, another giveaway is coming soon. And we will definitely do it this time at the end of the show, so that everybody in the chat will have a chance to win the prize. And also we will discuss everything from soup to nuts in that show. It could be in a pregame show. It could be in a show like last night when there was no game, so we juice things up. Real Bill says Judge, Belly, and Wells go yard. Stephen B says need lamp on Joe. No, you don't. Oh my God, that lamp. All right, I promise, guys. The next one that will be on, and you'll see my smiling crazy face. How's that? I hope you like the neon light. The neon light signals "Let's go New York Yankees." The lack of light is the lack of light from the lamp is depressing. Stephen B, ain't it? Oh my God, guys. Do you really want me to put it on now? I mean, come on. We're finishing we're at 50 minutes. We're going on an hour here. If we need you, we'll be ready. Here's a sleeper. Joe keeps promising and he never comes through with the lamp. Oh my God. Let me try this. Oh, Jesus. All right. You got it on, guys. Would you like for me to close the other light so that you can get the full effect? All right, all right. I turned it on, and I'll give you the full effect. Jeez. There you go. You got your lamp, you got your neon light, and you got me. How's that? It actually looks good. I mean, woot woot. Hey, there you go. The lamp works. Well, you got your wish, guys. Let's have a vote. Do you want the neon and the lamp on at all times, or just the neon? What do you think? Now I actually have another one in the living room with the old Yankee Stadium that was I guess killed in 2008, 2009. That's a really, really nice lamp of the whole stadium. So that was cool. So what am I getting? Real Bill goes for both. All right. Well, tonight, because it's late, I will have both on. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Who's going to pay my electric bill, guys? Pretty soon, hopefully we'll be able to get some commercials on here and you can pay my bills. Just kidding. Just kidding. But you got your wish. You got the lamp on. By the way, there is a beautiful globe here that I got from the Yankees covering the team back in 2000, and it has all the championships, and it's waiting for the 2025 Yankees on the side. This is great. It plays We Are the Champions, and it's a beautiful, beautiful globe, and I love it. And CT says, Joe, oh, this I got to put up. This one is very nice. Joe, you make our day. Thank you so much. That means a lot. You guys are, this is why I love doing this for you guys. I love it for myself. It's not a job. It's an honor. It's an honor to come on and talk to you guys and live a dream of the New York Yankees and people that enjoy, that have the passion like me, like people like Ken and Real Bill and CT Cards, Stephen B, Desiree, you name it. All of you people make it all worthwhile for me. And the more you come, the more so much more enjoyment. And I promise we'll make the broadcast tonight enjoyable for you. Let's just hope it's enjoyable to watch a few home runs go over the wall for the Yankees and we win the game. It would be nice to start off with the Red Sox losing to Kansas City. Quickly, we will let's go over tonight's schedule for everyone. And here we go. So tonight, the first game is Atlanta Braves at Pittsburgh. That's going to be 6:40 Eastern. The same thing with Texas and Detroit. The Cardinals and the Nationals. The Milwaukee Brewers and Tampa Bay Rays. Seems like Tampa's home all the time. Incredible because of the fact that you get a lot of rain in Tampa, and they want to get the good weather now because they'd rather be on the road later. The Chicago Cubs and the Mets. That should be a very, very interesting series. Former Yankee will be pitching for the Cubs tonight, Jason Telion. Actually, two former Yankees and Clay Holmes. The Phillies go up against the Guardians. That's a nice matchup. The Marlins and the White Sox. Well, I don't know if I would. I would probably go out to dinner for that and then come back. No, I'm just kidding. I don't mean to diss them. Good game. The Red Sox and the Royals at 7:40 Eastern. The Giants and the Twins. Twins have been playing a lot better lately. The Reds and the Astros. Very good matchup. The Padres and the Rockies. Well, I bet you I know who's going to win that game. The Orioles and the Angels. The Orioles, of course, having all kinds of problems. Really, all kinds of problems. the LA Dodgers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's a real good game to keep an eye on tonight. Shout out to NS Sports there. How you doing, big guy? How's everything going? Thanks for joining for coffee and Yankee talk. I really, really appreciate it. We had a really good chat. We were discussing the first half, the first 37 games of the Yankees. We talked about tonight's game. We're going to do a live broadcast with Ken the Ugly Truth tonight, so that keeps you updated. And just finally, the last game, which is, again, another nice game to watch. It's good matchups this weekend. The Blue Jays and the Mariners, 9:40 Eastern time. You have Castillo. Now, not the one. He's not the one that got traded to the Orioles. Let's remember that, folks. They had two Castillos. The real good one is still with the Mariners. So let's get that straight. The Orioles did not get him. Not for a song and dance, that's for sure. So that's a very good lineup. And of course, tonight we've got the Yankees and the A's, 10:05 Eastern time. And we're gonna do the play-by-play here. We're gonna have a good time. I want to remember everyone that was with me for game one. The first time that I ever did it, we had the 4 home runs in the first inning. We had such a ball doing that, and it was great. So let's hope in a minor league ballpark, the Yankees will take off tonight. All of you had said what you think. I believe that the Yankees are going to win tonight. I think Will Warren is going to go 5 1/3. He's going to give up 2 runs. He may have about, I would say, maybe 7 hits. I think the Yankees will pull off a couple of double plays. But the big time, to me, is Clay Bellinger. I think he's going to hit a couple of rockets tonight. Ben Rice is going to have a good game. And, of course, without saying, you could take an easy choice of Aaron Judge. With Aaron Judge, just get on base. You don't have to do everything. For once, let the other guys sweat a little bit. Let them work. Let them earn their keep. You've earned your keep. We know what you can do. Yeah, I'm not saying don't hit home runs, but it would be nice that you definitely get some help, and we like that. And so I'm foreseeing a Yankee win. I really hope. And remember, as I'm ending the stream, we are getting to an hour here. I know some people have to get to work, and it's thank God it's Friday, so that's always a good thing. And come back to us at 9:55. But remember, if there is a trade or if there's a signing, a release, a roster move, you're going to hear it here. We will have a short for you, and I will always keep you posted. And thank you for all of that. Thank you again for last night. I love doing the cast with no games, so we had a nice interaction. Kudos to NFE. Kudos to Jason, 161 River Avenue, and all the new people that came on. I can't thank you all enough. Really, I just thank you. Press the like button, subscribe, notifications, and that's how you know. So we will see you tonight at 9:55, everyone. Enjoy your day. Be safe. Remember, as you leave, hug all of your loved ones. That's the most important. We love you here, and you have a family here. And always know, if you want to ask a question, you want to talk, Joe is here at Mania. Say what's on your mind. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. And also, we will have having you come up to do a stream with me. That would be awesome. I want to not only see you in the chat, I want to see you, talk to all your Yankee fans, not just in the chat, but, just talk to us, whatever's on your mind. Again, that's what we're here for. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy it, because there's not, a lot of things are not fun right now in the world, and we need to change that. Hopefully it's changing. We just announced a really nice a pope yesterday. Things are moving in the right direction. We all hope and pray, and most important, stay healthy, guys. Love you, and we will see you tonight at 9:55. Have a great day. Thanks again for being here. You guys are the best. Go Yankees.